Guys, I've been wrong about mixed reality. Now, I know that's surprising to a lot of you guys because a lot of you guys are PC VR or PSVR 2, and whether it be PC VR on Quest or Big Screen Beyond or Valve Index, a lot of you guys know me for being a PC VR and or PSVR 2 guy. Well, this week I bought the Quest 3S, and it honestly is a life changer. Now, I'm not saying that because I'm a metal affiliate or anything like that. I'm saying that because I genuinely went out on a limb this week and tried something new. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna say, wait, bro, don't you have one of these, a Quest 3? And I do. I've had a Quest 3 since launch day one. But the thing is, I never really did mixed reality on it. Now, I know that's heresy because one of the main selling points from Meta was the mixed reality. And I think that's still one of the biggest selling points of the Quest 3 and Quest 3S for people who like that stuff. But for me, I was never really sold on mixed reality. I can admit that. Being a PC VR guy, I always want to get whisked off to different locations and experiences. And I was like, why would I want to be in my own room or in my own house playing VR? But this week I went on a limb and I spent a lot of money on mixed reality games. So support the channel, like, please, so we can get that money back. And I found myself playing mixed reality for hours. There's generally some good experiences out there for mixed reality on the Quest. I'm not gonna lie. At first, a year ago, I genuinely thought a lot of mixed reality games were just shovelware. I was like, okay, look cool little tech demo stuff. You show people, haha, cool. But not genuine experiences that I felt like would make me come back or make me feel good about spending, $30 on a MR game. That's why today, on this video right here, in this esteemed place, I'm gonna show you guys my favorite experiences I've tried this week. I haven't played all of them, because that's a lot of money. But I did play enough to show you guys at least 5 to 7 to 8 games that really changed my mind about MR. And I'm just so happy to show them to you guys because I'm excited. But before we get into all that, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, because a lot of you guys don't do that, and I don't get it, man. I feel like the content good enough. I mean, come on. But hit the notification bell, hit the like, and then we'll get into the video. Our first mixed reality game that is just a true game changer and life changer for me is Cubism. Cubism is a deceptively simple puzzle game where you got to put these colorful blocks into the correct shape, and you just have to do it the smart way. Now, this game is harder than it looks. It took me 20 minutes with some of these puzzles, but in terms of a mixed reality experience, I would give it a 10 out of 10. The amount of care they put into the music in the game really makes it a really calm experience, because with these type of games, you get really frustrated. But when you got that soundtrack in your ears while you're playing, it's generally just a good experience. This was the first mixed reality game I played this week when I got my Quest 3S, and I fell in love with it. Like 2.5 hours of me just moving around these little blocks. I even had friends watching me in Discord, and even they were kind of sold in the game, even when they aren't, VR people. The fact I slept on this game since 2020 is really sad, but I'm glad I finally got around to playing it. And also, if you want to play, I do have all the games we're going to talk about today linked down in the description below. Our second game that really is just a life-changing mixed reality experience that everybody needs to play is Drop Dead The Cabin. So I remember some months ago this came out with the mixed reality update, and I was like, looks cool, I guess. And also a lot of, big content creators that got access to it and they were playing it and whatnot. And I was like, looks okay. All right, I guess. Man, this game is honestly it's something that you need to experience for yourself. Now, I played the original game and I was like, meh. But when you play it in mixed reality, that's when it gets really real. Like, there was points to this game where I was playing in my room, in this room right here, where I was genuinely locked in. So the closest thing I can kind of say is COD Zombies, where you have windows and holes in the walls and boss fights that happen randomly, and your room is going to be really messed up by the end of it. But the MR version of this game is called Home Invasion. Home Invasion is very accurate because it's kind of weird shooting at zombies in your room, but you surprisingly get used to it really fast. So basically the whole thing is you have to protect this tower that's outside your room, and there's a little thing in your room where you have to make sure it stays turned on. So if the enemies damage the tower too much, it turns off and you have to restart it. And it's probably one of the most annoying, quick tap puzzles I've ever done in my life. So the point is, make sure that the zombies do not take down your tower. Overall, I would say this mixed reality experience really lives up to the hype, and I would show it to anybody who gets like a Quest 3S or even the Quest 3 that wants to see a genuine new mixed reality experience. Our third game we're going to talk about is Infinite Inside. This is probably one of the most beautiful MR games that I've seen. Now, this is one of those games that mixes MR and VR damn near perfectly. And I think people underestimate that because that's genuinely hard to do, especially while keeping the game interesting as possible. Like in this game, we can use hand tracking and you can use your controller, and it's just peak. It's really good. Like the puzzles and it makes you feel interested in what's going on. Now the story, I still don't know, but the world, I was definitely invested. Like I wanted to know more about what was going on. I wanted to actually figure out the puzzles. I want to know more about the environments, and the fact that it just puts like this pillar of a puzzle tree in the middle of your room is really cool. I definitely want to see more Quest games kind of get into mixing the MR with the VR, maybe like games like Batman or even games like Just Dance, like doing that and letting us see like where we can really take, you know, this MR VR mix. The Quest 3 and the Quest 3S are the most affordable MR devices out right now. And I would genuinely love to see what developers do in the future with both of these things kind of colliding together. But Infinite Inside is a really beautiful puzzle game, and you have to try it for yourself. I think it's probably one of the top of my list of MR games I've tried, and if you haven't tried it yet, you are crazy. Our fourth game is Airspace Defender. This game is cool as hell. Like it's so awesome in presentation and such a simple premise, but it gets really hard. Now it is really reminiscent of those really old school arcade games that you'll see like on, you know, like a Galaga or something really old, right? You know, but putting this game into mixed reality gives a really new twist that's really refreshing. And I genuinely found myself getting very mad at this game because I kept dying. So the main point of the game is defend your cities, your towers, your buildings from missiles. Now, where these missiles come from, I don't know, but you got nukes coming along, you got helicopters that pull up, just regular missiles, and you have to use your hand and click in certain motions to get it to shoot the missile and meet it at the point where the explosion needs to happen. But this game takes a lot of trajectory tracking and it is very hard. Like I didn't really finish the tutorial because I couldn't get past the last part, but I did go to the arcade part and I genuinely had fun. The game does a good job teaching you all the mechanics. I'm just grateful I got to experience this before everybody else because this is a good one. I definitely want to champion this type of just really cool ideas in VR and XR, and I love it. So please support this game because it's too cool to pass by. I'm sorry. This is something you can just sit and play at your desk, or just sit and just stand up in the middle of your room and just play. It's a beautiful use of hand tracking. I do want to see more games use hand tracking in terms of MR and VR in the future. Our last game for today is Smash Drum. So the developers sent me this and I'm glad they did. So I gotta tell you guys something. I have a confession to make. I do not like rhythm games at all. Like I genuinely am the worst at rhythm games because I just never, I'm in the contrary to popular belief. And I know some of you guys thinking that, you know, look at me, still looking. Okay, good. I don't have rhythm. Now you give me something to drink, I might have a little bit of rhythm, but most of the time I don't really have rhythm. But this game right here forces you to have rhythm. Now, you have a lot of tracks to choose from, and honestly, the game could take it really easy on you or up the difficulty like you're actually drumming. Now, I thought this would be easy. I'm like, how hard can drumming really be, you know, in a VR game or an MR game? And boy, I was wrong. I mean, there's some drum patterns you gotta hit a little bit on or off beat to stay on key, and it gets really difficult. And it's the amount of drums you have to hit at just the pace of a rock song is ridiculous. Oh my God. I was like moving at the speed of lights in there, just but it was a lot of fun. I would say this is probably one of the most fun, if not, I would say the most fun I've had playing a rhythm game in a long time. Now, personally, I'm not into games like Beat Saber and stuff like that because I just don't like doing that. I'm just not into it. But this right here, I can see myself actually buying some tracks for it because there are a lot of DLC packs for music and whatnot. I can see myself actually get into this one. I would love to see somebody who's an actual drummer try to play this game because I would see if they would, you know, think of it a little bit differently than I would, being like a noob and whatnot. But as an overall experience, I give this game a 10 out of 10. Smash Drum is lit, man. It's pretty fun. Now, I would say that the way that the game transitions from being in VR to MR and then back and forth is really goddamn cool because it pretty much puts it in the middle of your room and gives you kind of like this cracked universe feel, which is like really dope. So yeah, overall, I would give Smash Drums a 10 out of 10. But now that we talked about a few mixed reality experiences, I do want to give a shout out to a new situation we got going on the channel. I am a Meta affiliate now. A lot of you guys don't know that, but I am an affiliate now. I obviously changed nothing about the content on the channel. Y'all know I keep it real on here. But if you want to support the channel, you're thinking about getting a Quest 3S or a Quest 3, I have some links in the description below. Check those out if you're feeling real generous. Let me know, because you do get Quest Cash, and obviously you get Meta Quest Plus, and you get Batman Arkham Shadow with the purchase of a Quest 3S or a Quest 3. So yeah, if you're feeling real generous, like I said, make sure you hit those links and send them to your family members and help the channel out. But with all that promotion being said, I do want to get back more into the mixed reality stuff. This mixed reality stuff is really neat, guys. Now, I know a lot of my community is PSVR 2 and PC VR guys. I know it's going in one ear and out the other. But if you ever want to try mixed reality, I would highly recommend Quest. I would. I think mixed reality to me at this point is something that's kind of like a addition to a VR game. Like, I would love to see more VR games really open up like just reality and give you a chance to experience your world and a new world at the same time. I feel like mixing those two would make so many VR games better. Contrary to what I believed before, I do believe mixed reality is one of the next steps in terms of the evolution of XR gaming. And I'm happy that I finally took the chance to go and get some of these games. And honestly, I don't mind giving away a few of these games in the future if I can afford it. So take it from me as a person who's mostly PC VR and PSVR 2, take a leap, try mixed reality, because you will not be disappointed. And honestly, guys, this is about half of the mixed reality experiences that I experienced this week. So I'm gonna make a full video going over all those games, probably about Monday, if not Tuesday. And I'm gonna show you guys the rest of what convinced me that mixed reality is awesome. But guys, that is it for the video. We just hit 5K on the channel, and I am so grateful, because last year we were at 1,500. So we've grown a lot. There's a lot more of you guys now. And I'm feeling the weight of having a community, but I do genuinely love making content for you guys, and I can't wait to see what we have coming up next. Now, we do have a big partnership coming up Tuesday of next week. Maybe you'll see it by Wednesday, Thursday, because I have to make the videos and stuff. But it's really big, guys. Make sure you come back and tune in. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see when I drop that, because this is really game changing for this channel. And just as a spoiler alert, though, it's not connected to the Meta Creator Program. That's not it. Now that would be cool. That would be cool. Don't get me wrong. I would love that, but obviously we're not there yet. But remember, it's been your boy MartydudeVR, and remember, I'm just a dude with a VR headset. Peace.